different from your city before from your city in Bogor in make move to the new city in Sumedang. Is there any difference of that?
Because the difference of Bogor and Sumedang, it's not about, we didn't talk about the city inside, but we talk about the cultural.
Cultural.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that's a fun
That's
fact.
yeah, that's a fun fact.
Doors, welcome to another podcast session with me as your host. I am Raditya Putra Pratama. Today we have a special guest that come from a long way to be here. So without any further ado, I will introduce our special guest for today. Hello.
Hello.
May you introduce yourself first?
Yes. Okay, first of all, my name is Salwa and I'm from tourism industry from UPI.
Alright. Oh, UPI Bandung.
Sumedang.
Oh, Sumedang. So I call you Tete or what? Teh Salwa or?
No, better call my name.
Alright, I will call your name. So today our topic is about tourism industry. So I will ask you several questions that hopefully will get insight to all people. It's just 5 questions. It's okay, not long, just 5. Okay. So just let's go into it. So I want to ask first about what is tourism industry? Like what's behind it, and what have you learned from study the tourism industry, and what the benefit do you feel after studying tourism?
Okay. So I will tell you first about the tourism industry. What is tourism industry? So the tourism industry is the activities that to go for traveling, leisure, or some business trip like that, and all the other purpose like some of the purpose. And behind the tourism industry, there's a lot of aspect. I forgot about the aspect, but it's contain 13 aspect.
13 aspect.
Yes, it's a lot of aspect in the tourism industry, and one of those like the tour guide,
Tour guide.
leader, and you must know the hospitality industry.
Hospitality, like hotel.
Yeah,
Oh.
like hotel, like some of them, and the restaurant too,
Restaurant.
Yeah,
Food
and
and beverage.
like
So,
that.
so that's the part of the tourism industry.
Yeah.
Oh. And what do you learn from the tourism industry? Like, what they studied? Like, is it just communication, or just like telling people some information to be guide, or something like that?
Okay, because I'm still a freshman, and what I've learned in this tourism industry is about just a basic learning from tourism. Nah, it's like I've learned about destination management, or ticketing, or how to make a tour package, and how to be a great public speaker. Like
Great public speaker.
yes.
So that's a lot of material that study in the tourism, right?
Yeah.
Just not only about communicate to other people.
No.
No. And after you study, you get experience in 4 years, right? You study the tourism industry.
Yeah.
And what the benefit do you feel from studying tourism? Like, is it give you confidence boost or what?
Yeah, the benefit that I got is not only the soft skill like the public speaking, the confidence, and I learned about how to preserve the nature, how to preserve the culture. Like I learned a lot of that. Like the first before I'm in the tourism industry, I didn't know about my country or even my city. But after I learned in this tourism industry, I have some interesting to my cultural
Culture and
or,
city, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
in
alright.
city and in country like that.
So you mentioned about the tourism is also preserve the culture and history, right?
Yes.
So what is the role of tourism to preserving the existing culture and history? Is it just make people know about culture or what?
So the role of tourism for preserving the cultural is like one of most important things to do in this industry. Like what I said before, there's a concept that called sustainable tourism. In this concept, the role of tourism at this industry, who should preserving the culture, it's seen by the statement that tourism be able to balance the quality between the quality and the quantity. And at this case, if there's a group, I will explain for it. If there's a group of people who want to manage the tourism destination, just call in my city in Bogor. There's a cultural village called Sindang Barang Cultural Village. Did you
Oh,
know
Sindang
that?
Barang Cultural.
Yeah.
I know.
If you wanna manage that destination, you should the first thing you should do is like you should providing the facilities, the
Provide.
amenities, like the outside life, right?
The basic environment, right?
Yeah, but the most important thing is you should preserving the inside that the cultural like. If you go to Sindang Barang Cultural Village, you will see the attraction that is Jaipong dance attraction and angklung and some. So it's very important in this industry.
So you say that the new term is sustainable tourism, right?
Yeah.
That been often discussed. So why this sustainable tourism become the standard of tourism industry from now and for the long term? Why?
So the sustainable tourism it's a concept that is based on global ethic code.
Global ethic code.
In tourism industry that's global ethic code. There's mirroring of the tourism industry. There's a lot of like law about the tourism industry. Like in Indonesia, we have Pancasila, right?
Pancasila, okay.
But in tourism industry,
Tourism industry?
we have that
Sustainable tourism.
Global
Oh,
ethic
oh,
code.
global ethic code,
In
okay.
that global ethic code, there's there is mention about sustainable tourism. That sustainable tourism is a concept that emphasizes the environmental, social, and economic sustainability. The goal that is ensure that tourism provide long-term benefit without depleting natural resources or harming local cultures. Like what I said before, the
Yeah.
preserving cultures. Example include the use of eco-friendly energy in hotels or involving local communities tourism activities.
Oh, so I see. So the tourism is just not only serve the tourists, right?
Yeah.
But now it's become the role to preserve the culture and history.
Yeah.
Talking about culture and history, so you have a lot of experience in the tourism industry. Do you have some what is it? Fun fact or something like that that you study about the culture and history, but you found something that interesting before, like you never heard before, but after you study tourism, you know about it.
There is but the
Bogor, just from your city, I guess. Bogor.
okay. So it's like my culture or
Yeah, your culture, like the fun fact that you have know from tourism, studying tourism. Like you gain something new insight, right?
Yeah.
After that, you found something interesting about your city.
so in I will like giving you information about my city
Alright.
because a lot of interesting fact about Bogor. There is Bogor is one of the city that have a lot of heritage.
Heritage.
Yeah, not about the like we Bogor that before of this.
Buitenzorg?
Yeah.
Oh, before Buitenzorg.
Be- and yeah, at that moment, Bogor is called Buitenzorg.
Called
What-
Buitenzorg.
Did you know what Bogor called Buitenzorg?
I don't know why. Why is called Buitenzorg? Yet-
Because the colonial people,
Oh, the Netherlands, the
that
Dutch.
The Netherlands thinks that Bogor is one of the city that have a few are the people, and inside it's the enjoying city. Like so Buitenzorg it means the city that enjoy people like that.
Oh, so I see. So the Dutch make the Bogor or Buitenzorg back then to people rest from the Batavia, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I
It
see.
seems you know a lot
Yeah.
of Bogor from.
So that's why the Dutch called the Bogor Buitenzorg back then. So I see. So in the back of the Dutch East Indies, Bogor is already become a tourism destination,
Yeah.
right?
Beside of Bogor become a administration city, Bogor is the tourism city. Back
Okay.
then.
Today, I mean now you are a freshman from the UPI Sumedang. Is there any different from your city before? I mean from your city in Bogor, in apa make move to the new city in Sumedang. Is there any difference of that?
There's a lot of difference of that. Like as you know that Bogor and Sumedang it's have the same culture that is Sundanese.
Sundanese.
culture. Yeah, but it's very different between Sumedang and Bogor. Because have you visit Bogor or Sumedang before?
I visit Bogor, but for Sumedang I never visited.
You should visit Sumedang.
Why?
Because the difference of Bogor and Sumedang, it's not about. Oh, we didn't talk about the city inside, but we talk about the cultural.
Cultural,
Like,
okay.
Okay, the cultural in Sumedang it's very like Sumedang is the wealthy one of the cultural city in West Java.
So the culture is very
Yeah.
big in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the Sumedang people still believe in what like you know the demigod.
Demigod.
Yeah,
like the
Like-
ancient god.
yeah, the
Oh,
ancient god. So the Sumedang people still believe the ancient god. If they're cheering something or if they have like on their birthday, on their wedding, or on the simple thing that make them happy, they will do like there's called tradition or dance called tayub.
Tayu.
Yeah, in Sumedang it's called tayub. Like Jaipong dance, but the tayub it's have their own like meanings of tayub lah. Nah, the in Sumedang, beside of the cultural, the food is very different. Like in Bogor, the food is already same as Jakarta, right? Like
Oh yeah, that
already
so far the
mixed.
difference, the mix,
already mixed with.
the different culture.
So it's not like original again di Bogor, in Bogor, I mean.
Okay.
But in Sumedang, you know tahu Sumedang?
Yeah, I know tahu Sumedang.
They said that you only can eat the delicious tahu Sumedang only in Sumedang. Did you know why?
Why?
Because beside the process, tahu Sumedang only can be delicious if they add water from Sumedang, original water from Sumedang.
Original water from Sumedang?
Yeah, you know the you can have you know kayak how to make tahu? Have you know?
I don't know.
To make tahu is you should
Beans, right?
beans, like the water.
Or the water.
Nah, the water is
Oh, the secret ingredient is water.
yeah,
from,
from
okay.
the secret ingredient is
Yes,
water from
yes.
Sumedang.
What? Am I wrong? No.
Yeah, at first I was like,
Is it real?
is it real? The water
Okay.
is still tastes the same, but it's real. If you ever eat tahu Sumedang
In
from
Sumedang.
Sumedang, it's really delicious. Like it had
Like you what? Like that?
yeah.
Oh, I see.
So there's a lot
Hmm.
of things that interesting in Sumedang.
Okay, we talk about the culture and how the between of the region of Bogor and Sumedang. I want to ask you about the tourism, the tourism destination. Like, what is it? Like, is there? You know that today era the tourism is growing up. Like, there are so many tourism destination that are popping out, like the new one. But I do have some recommendation like the destination that not many people know but interesting and must be visited.
Okay, first of all, I will explain to you.
Okay.
I will tell you that my department is a new department in UPI.
Oh,
And you know what?
What?
You know why? It's because the government in Sumedang wanted to make Sumedang become a tourism city.
oh,
So
I see.
my department is originally made by the government, not
Originally from the UP.
not original
Oh.
from UPI, but UPI made it in there because of the government asked them like that.
I see. So the government like invest.
Yes, like
invest to the
UPI. And my department is like built on 2020, so it's a new department. 2020.
The so
So
it's only 4 years.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
4 years.
God.
Nah, because of this, because of the Sumedang, because of the government wanted to make Sumedang become a tourism city, so they built my department, and yes, Sumedang slowly, the tourism in Sumedang is slowly growing up. Like, you know, the first travel agent in West Java is in Sumedang. Did you know
The
that?
first travel agent in the
Yeah.
world or in the
No,
oh,
in West Java.
In West Java in
In
Sumedang.
Sumedang.
The first ever.
I heard from them is the first ever, and it's made me like, it's that real. If the first travel agent from Sumedang, then it means Sumedang has been the great tourism city, right?
Yes.
But it's not. Like, if you heard about Sumedang, you will just like
No.
know the tahu
Tahu,
Sumedang,
yeah.
only tahu Sumedang,
Yeah, yeah.
or ubi cilembu like that.
Ubi Cilembu. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about the place to visit in Sumedang? You didn't know, right?
I don't know.
At
I don't
first,
know.
I didn't know too. But Sumedang, like what I said before, it has a lot of cultural heritage and nature too. So I will recommended you to one of museum that called Prabu Gelis Ulun.
Prabu Gelis
Yeah,
Ulun.
correct me if I'm wrong, but
Right. Cemio,
it's,
Cemio.
yeah, Cemio.
Cemio.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's called Prabu Gelis Ulun.
What's that?
Yeah, in this museum that contain the gamelan, but it's from Sumedang. Like there's I think it's 9 type of gamelan, but I forget that. The gamelan in Sundanese called degung regung, right?
Degung Regung.
Nah,
Okay.
nah,
Yeah,
they have 9 of types of the degung regung, if I'm not wrong. And in that museum, it's contain a lot of like what is Kerajaan Kingdom?
yeah. Kingdom.
About the heritage of Sumedang Larang Kingdom.
Semua.
And Sumedang Larang, it's called Sumedang Larang Kingdom.
Sumedang Larang.
Sumedang Larang. And they still They still
There's still what? Some equipment or something?
They still exist till now.
Exist still now?
Yes.
So the kingdom Sumedang Larang is
Yeah.
still exist still now?
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that's a fun fact.
That's a fun fact, right? Like I didn't know before, but when I visit Sumedang, I know that Sumedang Larang still exists, and that museum it's contain that the heritage of Sumedang Larang, and beside of the cultural, I will giving the nature heritage too that is called Tampomas Mount Tampomas.
So in bahasa it's called
Is
Gunung.
Gunung Tampomas.
Mount
Nah,
Tampomas.
It's near from my department. And it's
okay.
a great option for hiking and who want to enjoy the stunning view of Sumedang from above.
Okay, Salwa. I will give you last question before we going hop out to the Q&A session. Is there any suggestion from you as the tourism industry people? What the government should do to give the support to the tourism?
It's a hard question, but
Yeah.
I really need the tourism industry needs to improve the infrastructure, digital marketing, and the product innovation. It's especially in Sumedang. I've seen a lot of like potential of destination in Sumedang, but it's not well groomed from their government.
Oh, I see. It's
Yeah.
not get well
Get a special
treatment.
from the government. The government should play a more active role by providing training local communities, implementing regulation for sustainable tourism, like what I said before, and promoting lesser-known destination nationally and internationally.
Okay, so I see. So the tourism is just not about tour, right? Just it's content a lot of about culture tour, city tour, nature tour, agro tour, and a gastronomy tour.
Yeah.
And I just know about that. The tourism industry cover a lot of segment like hospitality, hotel, leisure, and something like that, and also food and beverage, right? Like restaurant.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
that's a lot of.
that's a lot of.
That's a small aspect from the tourism industry, but tourism industry have a whole like a much aspect from that use earlier.
Okay.
That's more.
Okay, so now we will go to the Q&A session. There's some a question that have been inputted to the Q&A session. So without further ado, let's get into it, the Q&A session. Alright, the first one is, how is the experience of being a tour guide from your perspective?
So I learned I'm in the tourism industry since I was like first grade of
Vocational school.
vocational
Oh,
school, and my experience, how is my experience being a tour guide? Tour guide is one of my favorite things to do in the tourism industry because I've talked a lot, and tour guiding is like one of the job that I like because I can talk a lot to another people. And how is my experience? It's like the
Talk to a lot of people.
yes, and what I like is like I can learn more about that destination. For example, I've been training at Kebun Raya Bogor Botanical Garden.
Yes, that's the icon of Bogor, right? Yeah.
I've been trained at Bogor Botanical
Oh,
Garden.
so you are the target of the Bogor Botanical Garden?
But we call not a tour guide, but
What?
it's local guide.
Oh, local
because
guide.
it's just one destination.
Oh, just
My experience in
Oh, there's a difference between local guide and tour guide.
Yeah.
So local guide is just only for one destination,
Yeah.
but for tour guide is a global
no, yeah, it's like
tour on the road.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
on a board.
Oh, aboard. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And how is my experience in Bogor Botanical Garden? It's like yeah, in Bogor Botanical Garden it had a lot of heritage, right? Like makam Belanda.
Makam Belanda.
Yeah,
So
the
there's the grave of the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Alright.
And another monument of the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah, but I've learned more than that. I learned about the planes at Kebun Raya Bogor. You know how many planes in Bogor Botanical Garden?
How many? I don't know. Is it 1,000 or what?
Oh, nah, it's 12,000.
12,000
Yeah, and
species of
I know like 100 of them, like on the
100.
But it's just a simple fact about that. But I know about that. That was I like when I was being a tour guide. I can learn a lot of new things, and I can share it to other people.
I see. So we have get a lot of insight with our guests that talk about the tourism industry. So I just know that the tourism is just only a tour between place to place, but it cover a lot of a role, like become preserve to be the culture and the history, and also become the role to give government new invest to the other country. Okay, Salwa, thank you for your for your uh, for your information that you share us about the tourism industry. Thank you for your time to give the podcast session. So, guys, that's it. The podcast about the tourism industry with our special guest, Salwa Nurhidayah. So, guys, if you want to know about the tourism industry, just contact her.
And follow my Instagram.
Oh, follow her Instagram. You can say it. But
It Sawa and RDNH.
Salwa
On
Nur Had. Oh yeah, just type on the text below. Okay, guys. Doors. See you in the next podcast. Bye.